Ukraine. After the announcement, Putin ordered a, quote, peacekeeping operation to begin in the two regions. That would mean the deployment of Russian troops and weapons into those areas. And tonight, we want to show you these unconfirmed pictures that appear to show Russian forces being bussed into eastern Ukraine. One U.S. official tells CBS News this could be a precursor to a larger invasion, or this could be Putin's only move. In an hour-long speech, Putin demanded that Ukraine immediately end its military operations in the east of the country or face responsibility for possible bloodshed. The White House says President Biden is imposing financial sanctions in response. NATO, the United Nations, the European Union, and the United Kingdom all condemned Putin's...
Guys, can we just stop with this? Oh, we're going to issue sanctions. Like, do you think Putin really gives a flying you-know-what if the U.S. puts some financial or sanctions on him? The U.S. dollar ain't worth of a you-know-what. And with what's coming, no one wants the U.S. dollar. No one wants our fiat. This whole Biden's getting tough and he's going to put sanctions. That's what they always say. That means we're not doing nothing. That means we have no play. Sanctions.
Putin's decision. We have full coverage of the story from inside Ukraine, but first, we want to go to CBS's Weijia Jiang at the White House. Good evening, Weijia.
Good evening to you, Jerika. Tonight, President Biden is also...
And I picked this particular clip because this is from within the last 24 hours, but because there's someone from Ukraine as well that we get to hear, I'll shut up now.
Condemning those latest moves by Vladimir Putin and vowing to respond with additional, even more severe economic penalties. But the White House is still scrambling to find a way to stop Putin from launching a full-scale attack, which appears to be more likely by the hour.
You heard what they said. He's going to launch a full-scale attack, and it's more and more likely by the hour. So, but that's our media saying this. But at the same time, he did just declare these two regions part of Russia now, and now he's saying that they have to get their military out. So obviously, he's getting ready to invade. Something's going on, and we're going to have to deal with it. And that's why we've been talking about what we have in the crypto markets. And I've got something to show you where they're talking about the next crypto or Bitcoin bull run's not until 2024. So you're not going to want to miss that. That's within this video.
Tonight, new signs that a military invasion could be imminent. Russian President Vladimir Putin's decision to recognize the independence of two separatist regions in eastern Ukraine and his order to have the Russian military conduct so-called peacekeeping operations there is raising fears that this is the first wave of a larger attack. The White House responded by saying President Biden will impose sanctions on anyone doing business.
Ah, there it is. Those very, very, very powerful words, those sanctions. I mean, sanctions.
Those two republics, while European allies slammed Putin's move as a violation of international law and said they too would respond with sanctions. In a late-night address, Putin delivered a lengthy rejection of Ukraine's sovereignty, slammed NATO's refusal to ban the country from ever joining, and called out the U.S. for having missile capabilities near Russia.
That's like having a knife against our throat.
With the crisis escalating, President Biden huddled with his national security team today and had emergency calls with Ukrainian President Zelensky, plus the leaders of Germany and France. A possible Biden-Putin summit proposed by Emmanuel Macron and tentatively agreed to by the White House looks to be in jeopardy.
12:13 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and you see that stunning news coming out of Ukraine and out of Russia. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys, and this is just the beginning of the markets. We've been so far out ahead of this, it's scary. We've hit our 68 cent target now. We put that up, but we talked about how I didn't think this personally was going to hold. And I thought we were going to work our way down to that 65 and then ultimately 58 cents pretty quickly here. And the one thing that we can show that's supporting our our logic, that we're going to get down to this 57.413 before any significant bounce can take place. And as I've told my Telegram, I will not buy XRP unless it's at minimum 57 cents for some kind of relief rally. It would have to be 57 cents or cheaper, just because that's what I'm seeing in this pattern, and we knew it had to touch down here, or at least attempt to it. But now we've broken down some key levels, and a lot of the resistance levels or support areas that I thought were going to be, you know, little holds, that's exactly what we've done, and we continue to the downside in each and every one of them. And now look at XRP. We made another bearish continuation pattern on this drop, and look where it's lying down, just below the 68,602 support. It's on the bottom side of that, which means we're going to drop down to that 369 to try to find more support. But understand, that's the last support until we get down to that 57.5 cent area. So, and that's when it gets tricky. If we break that consolidation area, then we come down to the symmetrical at 52. And if you break the 52, it's going to be a long road for XRP. Apparently my symmetrical is not up here anymore, but we'll have to put this back up here. I used to have a symmetrical going across. It's not even relevant, whatever. Yeah, where's my lower numbers? This is just, oh, because I think I accidentally deleted the chart. Is that what happened? It must have. Anyhow, we can fill this in right now. See, so now you guys get to see it. So 52, 48, 42, 38, 32, then we get to the juicy 28, then there was a 22 down here, and then we could have a potential hold here, which was at 17. Then you got way down here. We're just marking the areas, ladies and gentlemen. Remember my 12 cent down here? And then if you break this down even farther, not really going to be able to. We'd have to go back into the 5-year and break it down even farther, but this is what you're looking at. It really is. And it's not pretty. It's not, because even if you pull it out into a longer term from way, whoops. No, I don't want to go through all that right now. That's going to take too long. We need to talk about the immediate short term. Okay. Stay on track here. So that's what I'm looking at right now. If we use this as resistance, our next target 64,369 on our way down to 57.5 cents. It's not looking great, but the RSI is way oversold in the 30-minute. So would I be surprised if we got a little snapback? No, but if you look at it in the daily, it tells a different story. We still have plenty of room to come down. So that's what we're looking at. And the news, the supporting news is not great. So I would not want to be in a position. I wouldn't even think about getting in a position. Let this Russia thing play out. Let the stuff coming out in the U.S. play out. Bitcoin's at 36,602. Again, Bitcoin's coming down into our first target of 35,056. It's already hit our targets that we talked about at 36,226, but we said we thought it was going to come farther. Ultimately, we're going to come way farther than even this, but we're going to see if we can get a rebound off any of these three spots. But I think 32,662 would be the most logical spot to get a rebound, but 35,056 is the first real area that you could get at top of this down channel that we had broke some time ago. So that's what we're looking at with Bitcoin. Big M, though. Big M. Could pull down at any time. XLM. We're at that 17.31 support. If we break that, we have 16.8. And then if you break that, you've got a... There was one spot in between that came off, but... It was just this area right here at 15.5 roughly. But there's not much in here for XLM. And then you break that and you come all the way down to here to this 10.96. You break that, you got one area in between there and 8-1. It's not pretty, guys. There's not much here to hold XLM up. If it does, yeah, not much at all. Oh man, I would love to see XLM back testing these areas. It's not as far-fetched as it used to be. This is literally a 50% drop from here, and we're talking. So XLM's in some trouble here. If XLM breaks through that potential double bottom of 16.8, look out. Just look out. That means the whole market would shift again down, and that's what we're looking for, but I'm just saying. And DGB, look at that. That's unbelievable. DGB is almost back testing its low already. That's how far ahead of XRP it is. It's at 1819. We've got one little wick right here that could stop us. Here, let's pull this up so you guys can see. 1748 is the next little spot. And then you've got in here, clearly into this, again, and then it's really down to 1366, a target we had for a long time. We're playing inside of this little symmetrical wedge. So, and it's been playing within it. So I wanted to just expand it farther over so we could see it. It's incredible what's going on here with DGB. This is, if it breaks down through here, we're talking another probably 15-20% in a real short amount of time. And then we're going to end up with XDC. Broke outside of its uptrend where we were at over here in the 4-hourly. And it's about time. I don't even know why that line's way up there. I'm getting rid of it. But it broke out of its uptrend. That was just, if we were on the top side of that, we could have stayed bullish. Bottom side, we're bearish. And obviously, we came right through that. So now our next support for XDC, it's crazy. 548 is the resistance. And now it's 479. And like I said, there's not much in between the 479 and 548. So we're working our way right on through here. We got a lot of strong sell volume. We've got the RSI that's kind of in the oversold on the 4-hour. So we could backtest that 5.4. We don't know. How are we looking in the daily time frame? Daily time frame, it's starting to get towards oversold, but still room to come down. It's on the bottom side of that yellow line, which is the resistance line. So, XRP Future Millionaire, make sure that like button, turn that bell notification on, and subscribe to the channel if you're new or returning. If you're interested in seeing me live, I'm going to be doing a live stream after this uploads, probably about 12:45 or 1 a.m. my time, and I'll probably be doing a half hour, 45 minutes if you'd like to join. And also, consider joining Tom's Army for $9.99 a month. You get the exclusive Telegram. I give you that for free for showing support and believing in me. We currently have 213 members on here. And we have, let's see, 220 members, active members in Tom's Army. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. We had 2 new members yesterday. And I don't want to say who sent that, but thank you so much for the 20 XRP. I don't get XRP sent to me very often at all. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to end you guys with this clip. Oh, and if you guys want to join Tom's Army, I give you this. And we got 214 members in here. We got 29 people online right now, but we have the most members we've ever had, and it's a huge growing database of knowledge. Stay blessed, everybody. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag FUD Assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day, because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, who's going to do their part?
In crypto, there is a cycle or a curse every 4 years, and this echoes with halving in Bitcoin. In 2012, halved Bitcoin was released into circulation, and in 2013, there was a bull market when the value rose from 20 USD to almost 2,000 USD in 2013. It was a bear market after that. Then, 2016 halving led to the second bull market in October 2017, when Bitcoin valued at almost $20,000. In 2020, the third halving led to the third bear market in 2021, which rose the price of Bitcoin from around 3,000 USD to 70,000 USD. If this cycle continues, we are now at the early stage of a bear market. It is really hard to predict exactly because there are so many factors which can affect market as well, such as geopolitical issues, including war, or recent COVID-19, also affecting the market. Following this cycle, it will be until end of 2024 to the beginning of 2025 that we can welcome the next bull market on Bitcoin.
Sunny days. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. I wear glasses 'cause I'm so cool. I can predict the charts.